The United States Air Force has significantly upgraded the F-22 Raptor stealth fighter from its previous generation as it approaches its third decade of frontline service in retirement. This video takes a more in-depth look at the upgrade, its prospective applications, and the role it plays for the Air Force. The F-22, costing $300 million per unit, had a protracted development journey. It originated from the Advanced Tactical Fighter Initiative in the 1980s, made its demonstrator debut in 1990, and completed development in 2005. The Raptor was first deployed to Japan in 2006 and finished production in 2012 with only 195 planes built. The first battle occurred in 2014 during the air operation against the Islamic State. Today, we routinely deploy the F-22 to the Pacific region to deter China, and we also deploy it to Europe to deter Russia. Despite its futuristic shape and challenging performance, the F-22 is a Cold War jet. Considering that Lockheed intended to use it to fight the Soviet Union from bases in Europe, the lack of endurance was not a significant concern. The fighter can fly 600 miles on its internal fuel, enough to fight over Germany and Poland. A 20mm gun, a respectable internal air-to-air missile magazine, and the exclusive combination of stealth and maneuverability that the F-22 Raptor possesses make it one of the most dominant fighters in the world today. Additionally, over the decades, the fighter has undergone gradual upgrades. The goal is to possess a qualitative edge over other nations' top air superiority fighters, such as the People's Republic of China, J-20, and Russia's Su-57. There are concerns that the 1990S designed F-22 Raptor may struggle to compete with the 2000 SS designed Chengdu J-20. This is because the United States views China as the most dangerous threat, citing its designs on Taiwan and other aggressive actions. On the other hand, the J-20 was developed to overcome the challenges posed by the tyranny of distance in the Pacific theater, whereas the F-22 was primarily intended for the European theater, where dangers are closer and more readily apparent. Despite the fact that the next generation of air dominance fighters is well into the development phase, the United States Air Force is becoming increasingly anxious due to the growing number of J-20 planes and their ever-improving capabilities. The F-22 Raptor needs more range to operate in the Pacific, despite its stated range of 460 nautical miles, or roughly 530 miles with some supercruise margin. For instance, if Chinese missiles destroy Kadena in Japan, the Pentagon's closest air base for a war over Taiwan is 450 miles away. The nearest major base, Misawa, which is likewise located in Japan, is 1,400 miles away. The United States Air Force officers are increasingly ignoring the F-22S and other fighters when preparing for an air war over Taiwan. Instead, they are calculating the most effective ways for the service's long-range heavy bombers to engage a Chinese invasion force. Given that the F-22's combat range of 530 miles is insufficient and that the United States Air Force does not possess any stealthy aerial refuelers, this is going to be a problem for the J-20S, which have a range of 700 miles and are designed to seek out fueling and other support aircraft at range. This is in recognition of the critical limitations that exist and the evolving threats that are becoming more prevalent. The United States Air Force is making substantial efforts in order to improve the capabilities of the F-22. According to Air and Space Forces magazine, the United States Air Force intends to incur a total expenditure of $7.8 billion on the F-22 between the years 2024 and 2029. According to some sources, the money is going towards research and development, testing, and upgrades. The new stealthy fuel tanks, which are officially known as Low Drag Tank and Pylon, or LDTP, are responsible for the most recent F-22S. Initially, the designers intended these fuel tanks to be more discreet and aerodynamically efficient than the 600-gallon fuel tanks currently in use. The goal of the LDTP was to extend the Raptor's range and enable supersonic flight with external tanks. Reportedly, the pylons are outfitted with clever rack and pinion pneumatic technology, which enables controlled ejection of the material. In its budget request for fiscal year 2023, the U.S. Air Force mentioned the F-22 LDTPs feature advanced technological designs that could provide increased endurance and range while maintaining lethality and survivability, critical attributes for maintaining air superiority. The F-22 Raptor will also be able to perform infrared search and track, or IAS, with the addition of 2 wingtip pods. As the name suggests, these systems are able to detect heat signatures, which enables a stealth fighter such as the Raptor to locate opposing aircraft without disclosing its location through the use of radar signals. On top of that, it enables a fighter to use the heat generated by its exhaust to track down foes who are stealthy. In accordance with the budget that has been proposed for the United States Air Force for the year 2025, the objective is to preserve first sight, first shot, and first kill capability while also maintaining air superiority. Another modification that will be implemented, as stated in the Air and Space Force magazine published on March 27, 2024, and once again in the planned budget for the United States Air Force in 2025, is the Controlled Reception Pattern Antenna, which will be used to combat GPS jamming. We will improve the GPS antenna in tandem with other radio modifications to ensure combat aircraft can securely share information with one another. The United States Air Force's budget for 2025 includes research and prototyping for an upgraded threat warning receiver. In this manner, the F-22 is better able to identify radars used by adversaries. Additionally, efforts are underway to improve the F-22's ability to detect approaching missiles. Here you can observe how the Raptor responds by deploying flares. The F-22 demo team performed at an air show last year. Since we are discussing missiles, it is important to note that the F-22 Raptor is the first weapons platform that is planned to acquire the top-secret AIM-260 Joint Advanced Tactical Missile, also known as the JATM for short. In comparison to the AIM-120D, the new air-to-air missile has a greater range and a seeker head that has been substantially enhanced. The AIM-260 was initially presented to the public in the year 2019, and its development has been in the works at least since the year 2017. To counter the threat posed by the Chinese PL-15 missile and to prevent foreign threats from being able to outrange the AIM-120, the new long-range air-to-air missile is intended to replace the AIM-120 AMRAAM. Additionally, the new missile is intended to replace the AIM-120 system. A new operational flight program, advanced radar electronic protection, open system architecture, and new encrypted radios are some of the other changes that are mentioned in the budget proposal. A Mode 5 identification friend or foe link 16 system is among the other upgrades included in the budget proposal. In addition to the upgrade, senior Air Force officers have referred to the F-22 program, which is now set to continue until 2030, as a bridge. The next generation air dominance fighter and its family of systems are expected to benefit immediately from the technologies being developed for the F-22 during its final years of service. The budget makes the assumption that the F-22 fleet will be decreased by 32 aircraft, bringing the total number of planes to approximately 153. However, the records indicate that only 142 jets will receive the whole set of enhancements. The Air Force intends to divest 32 jets of Block 20 configuration, with Secretary Frank Kendall stating that upgrading each to Block 30, the latest standard, would exceed $50 million. The Air Force favors allocating funds to enhance the capabilities of newer models in response to the expected danger, chiefly the air-to-air challenges presented by China's fifth-generation fighters and sophisticated air-to-air missiles. Even if there are plans to reduce the number of F-22s in the fleet, the Air Force has promised to upgrade the jets that are still in service, which illustrates their intention to maintain the Raptor's relevance. The legacy of the F-22 continues to develop, whether this can be accomplished by extending its service life or by incorporating its improvements into the next generation of fighter aircraft. As the Air Force navigates the challenges, one thing is certain: the F-22 Raptor is an essential element of America's air defense strategy, ready to adjust and thrive against emerging threats. What is your opinion regarding this upgrade? Please inform us in the comments section below. If you appreciated this video, please like it, subscribe to the channel, and activate notifications to ensure you do not miss any new content. Thank you for viewing.